My name is Karen. And
I'm Kelsey.
And today we're going to be showing you how to safely get on a paddleboard and some paddling techniques. The first thing that you want to do before you go to any water source is put on your life vest. So we're going to zip up our life vests to make sure that they're completely zipped, clipped, and secured tightly.
There's also a little clip under here.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget that one.
All right, and we have our paddles and we
to
are
the water! All right, so first we're going to be getting on the paddleboard. So I have Karen here, lifeguard, to help me. You never get on the water without a lifeguard at Birchwood Camp or anywhere. All right, so here we have our paddleboard in the water. And when I get on, I'm just gonna get on my knees because it's easier to balance that way, and I can stand up once I'm out and once I'm stable. And the nice thing about these paddle boards is they have this center line. You want to make sure your weight is always centered over that line, and that will prevent you from tipping. So here, I'm gonna get my paddle, and I'm just gonna slowly, I'm gonna start by putting all my weight on this center line. If I put it on one side, I would flip, but all my weight is here. And then once I bring my second leg on, I'll scooch this one over, and I wanna have it centered over this line. And so now I am here on the paddleboard. I have my paddle, and now I will show you how to stand up. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure that this paddle is centered. I'm gonna put my hands down, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna make sure my weight is still centered over this line, and then I won't fall off. So I'm just gonna, my weight is not on this foot, it's still on this knee and these hands. But now I'm gonna put my weight on my hands as I put up my second foot. And I wanna be over this center black thing on here as well. And then I'm just gonna stand up like this. As long as my feet are centered on the board, I won't fall off.
So I have my dominant hand in the middle, my left hand's up here on top, and I'm holding the top very firmly like that. When I want to paddle forward, what I do is I reach the paddle forward and I dip it in the water without leaning forward myself, and I pull back to my body, and then I pull the paddle back out of the water, and then if I want to switch sides, same thing, but on the other side.
When you're standing, it's pretty much the same motion as when you're kneeling, and luckily these paddles are adjustable, so you can make them taller or shorter depending on if you are kneeling or standing and how tall you are. So the bottom is curved, and you want the outer curve to be facing forward. So the convex part is behind you, concave part is in front of you. And paddling is basically the same as when you were kneeling, but if you want to go backwards or turn, you're gonna start with your paddle behind you and pull forward. And again, you're not gonna be moving your body, so you don't need to lean. You just need to move your paddle. If you do this, this is a great way to turn or to go backwards if you wanted. Okay, so once I'm ready to go in, or if I just want to go back from standing to a kneeling position, I'm gonna do basically the reverse of what I did earlier. So I'm going to start by making sure that my paddle is centered, and I'm just gonna slowly bend my knees, keeping my weight centered, and I'm gonna put my hands down, bring my knees forward. Now I'm back, making sure I'm centered and making sure I'm also staying near the center of the board. So if I'm ready to come in, I'm going to come to the dock. Thanks to my lifeguard for helping me. Once I get horizontal to the dock, I'm going to first set my paddle over here, and I'm going to get out basically the reverse of the way I got on, making sure my weight is centered even when I'm getting on the dock. So as I bring this knee to the center and put all my weight on it, I can bring my other knee over here and just shift my weight. And now I'm off.